Finish.
Richard Nixon. He inadvertently gave the public a front row seat into his psyche.
Nixon probably didn't know about Watergate in advance, but he had sanctioned break-ins and wiretaps of opponents through his notorious plumbers.
While Nixon put on a front for the public, the tapes he recorded revealed other facets of his character. He had a desire to come out on top through any means possible. This is evidenced by his secretly approving a bombing campaign in Vietnam and invading Cambodia, culminating in the deaths of thousands of civilians.
Now he could do so with the full might of America's power. He aimed to bludgeon the communists to the negotiating table by round-the-clock bombing of Viet Cong sanctuaries in Cambodia.
Another characteristic he displayed was keeping loved ones distant, with some friends confirming they didn't address him by his first name. He also showed signs of paranoia towards the media, especially as the Watergate scandal progressed. Even after he was caught lying and resigned, he refused to admit any wrongdoing and focused on his accomplishments instead.
People have got to know whether or not their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook.
Saddam Hussein. Incessantly seeking authority and a lack of empathy for others are considered core symptoms of grandiose narcissism. While those can be applied to several different autocrats, Saddam Hussein incorporated them into his political career early on.
At just 31, he became the country's second most powerful man, next to President Ahmed Hassan al-Bakr. Still little known outside Iraq, Saddam was quick to make an impression when he had the chance.
He began his regime by purging the Ba'ath Party and executing over 20 men he felt opposed him. That eventually escalated into him killing anyone who dared disagree with him.
I saw him throughout my teenage life as the brutal dictator that committed so many crimes against so many people in Iraq.
His need for complete control didn't end there. Besides initiating the Gulf War and attempting to eradicate the Kurdish population, he's suspected of being behind the disappearances of hundreds of thousands of his own citizens.
Saddam tried to homogenize the Iraqi people to create a society that was first and foremost Iraqi and not representing fragments of the population, ethnic or religious fractions.
His constant abuse of power has led to one of the best examples of overt conceit in a contemporary leader. Caligula. Excessive selfishness isn't a contemporary invention.
Only Rome's third emperor, it's Caligula, who has come to stand for the corruption, horror, and excess of imperial Rome.
It's been speculated that countless figures from ancient history could have been...
Who do you think is number one?
There's no better example than Caligula, a Roman emperor whose sense of self
I
was
think
apparently so
Donald
inflated,
Trump.
he planned to erect a statue of himself as Zeus. According to writings from those close to him, his rule was cruel and often violent, even supposedly forcing multiple people to end their own lives,
I'm above
including
number
one of
one,
his closest
chat.
allies.
Come on.
Caligula's time and his charge was defined by remarkable brutality.
Hitler.
A fanatical leader, a megalomaniac who led his country and many others into the abyss.
Hitler displayed several traits that are consistent with certain personality disorders, including his unrepentant fanaticism about those he hated. This is further evidenced by him positing himself as infallible and causing constant infighting between those who worked for him. By keeping his subordinates in a constant state of distrust, he was able to maintain his unquestioned authority.
Hitler had the willpower of a demon. If he hadn't, he would never have achieved anything.
He also committed several atrocities in the name of total domination, with goals of expanding his reign across the globe. Millions of people died due to him lying about and vilifying them for his own gain, making him one of the most...
He's narcissist.